almost ready to go here at Pittodrie, and I say almost because they're trying to get the teams out of the dressing rooms. It's Aberdeen against Hearts, and we are all watching Hearts and Ian Cathro very closely at the moment because results have not been good. Take out the Hamilton victory last time out. It was a great victory at home, a few goals as well, but not nearly good enough. This is a huge test, isn't it?
Well, it's the same, we've already spoken about it, Darryl, and you know, it's that whole psychology as well. It's the perception of how things are going, and it's not gone well yet. You get a result here, it's a huge lift, but you've got to back up again. Perversely, if you don't get a result here, you go into that game against Celtic where Celtic could potentially win the title, and you get a bad result there, you're going to McDermott Park again on the back of a bad run. So there's big games coming up in the next 2 or 3 rounds. Also away from home, they've lost 5 of their last 7 games. I mean, we saw them win at Motherwell, but away from Tynecastle, it's been pretty dreadful. Well, that's the mentality Ian wants to improve. The fact that they can play at home, they can dominate the ball, they can play all the pretty football. You have to take it away from home. You'll be judged away from home. Can you cope? Can you maintain your form and your performance? Alex, as for Aberdeen, the other side of it, they've been excellent at Pittodrie, we've already said this season. A chance to go 11 points clear of Rangers here. That's a big incentive, isn't it?
It's a massive incentive, and you know, Derek has created, Michael said earlier, a great mentality in this squad. And I keep repeating this, but only because he keeps repeating the same team every week. It's almost like the same faces for the last couple of years, and that's why they've got so much good consistency. You know, Hearts today will rely on guys like Scholes, you know, who's had a fantastic reputation around Europe, to play in this big stage today and try and steer Hearts to a victory. Yeah, Greek international has just been recalled as well for the international squad. Okay, as we can see, the teams are pretty much ready to go. So over to Chris Sutton and Derek Ray.
Thank you very much, Darryl. Good afternoon, everyone. Only 10 games left in this Ladbrokes Premiership season for Aberdeen and Heart of Midlothian, and there is much still to play for. Finishing in second place, the league target for the Dons, one that will preoccupy the club in the run-up to next month's Cup semi-final meeting with Aberdeen. Hearts rightly consumed by the goal of European football, and to be guaranteed that, they must end the campaign in third. The Aberdeen team, named by manager Derek McInnes. The odd man out, and unlucky to be so, is Jayden Stockley. Back into the side, from suspension comes Andrew Considine. That's the only change from the team that beat Motherwell, thanks to an added time winner from Niall McGinn. Kenny McLean makes his 100th Dons appearance. Adam Rooney is the club's top scorer with 17, but hasn't found the net in any of his last 3. Hearts head coach Ian Cathro gives a full vote of confidence to the side that demolished Hamilton last time out. Goalkeeper Jack Hamilton, who turns 23 next Wednesday, has just extended his contract until 2020. Jamie Walker is the leading marksman for Hearts with 15 goals this season, including 1 from a free kick against Accies. Ismael Gonçalves, who worked with Ian Cathro at Rio Ave in Portugal, is averaging better than a goal every 2 games since joining. Chris, how about the tactics board?
Aberdeen, they'll go to a back 4 rather than a back 3 like last week. It's those wide areas where they have the real threat. Hayes and McGinn, they'll be looking to feed Rooney. And Hearts need to sort their away form out, especially, don't they? Gonçalves, he'll look to get it behind those Aberdeen centre halves.
So Derek McInnes versus Ian Cathro. It's a beautiful sun-kissed afternoon in the Granite City. A fixture often in recent times tight, tense and tactical. 2 teams frequently taciturn in matches against the other. So they switch around here. And the referee in this contest is Stephen McLean. Aberdeen, remember, seeking to extend their home winning sequence to 9, something they last did in the days of Alex Ferguson, Alec McLeish and Willie Miller in season 1985-86. So just about ready for the off. Aberdeen in their traditional red and white. Hearts wearing their change kits. Pretty sizable chasm currently separating Aberdeen and Heart of Midlothian. 14 points, although just 2 places. 2017 has been fruitful for the Dons so far. Hearts have entered an erratic phase. A convincing win over Hamilton last time out saw them end a run of 3 consecutive defeats. Early touch for Joe Lewis. He's been sensational in his first season here in the North East. 8 clean sheets in his last 12 matches. Johnny Hayes. And it comes off Leonard Sowa. Optimistic roar from the Aberdeen fans in the Richard Donald stand. It is a corner.
I think those wide areas are key today. And Hayes, I don't know what a threat he is. It's a decent block from Sowa, but a chance for Aberdeen to get the big guns forward from the back.
Aberdeen, the best team in the Premiership this season in terms of scoring from corners. Kenny McLean, not a bad one either. Certainly made Hearts think Novak got the touch.
And Novak did well. There's the cross. Just no handball there from the cross, but the corner was well defended from Novak.
So Niall McGinn from the other side. Jack Hamilton, confident clutch. Started every single game for Hearts this season. Rolling it to Sowa, Leonard Sowa, German Ghanaian, Ismael Gonzalez. Ambitious sort of pass.
He's got to do better. I know it's only the early stages. Get hold of the ball, stop trying miracle passes, and bring your teammates into play.
Kenny McLean just losing out. Coming off the boot of Alexandros Joris. Anthony O'Connor called upon. Man from Cork in the Republic of Ireland. Partnering Ash Taylor in central defence for the Dons. Let's go Aberdeen's way this time. Andrew Considine back in the team. It's the Motherwell game after 31 successive starts. It's been a model of consistency in this campaign.
He has tweaked things a lot, Derek, hasn't he? Derek McInnes playing the 2 up top last week. Stockley saying that, you know, Stockley's a little bit hard done by to be left out.
Yes, we've seen that again and again from Derek McInnes this term, just changing things tactically. Lewis encountering any difficulties.
That wasn't a shot.
Certainly won't go down as one.
Would the stats man put that down as a shot?
It's being debated as we speak, I think, Chris.
Who makes the final call?
Well, I'll defer to you on that one, and I think you're saying no, so no it is.
No one listens to me, Derek.
Some of us, occasionally. Aberdeen trying to move it. Graham Shinney. Kenny McLean, those two very unlucky not to be named in the Scotland squad. Ryan Jack. Aberdeen skipper Hayes. They're on the left. Rooney was on the centre. Hamilton to claim it for Hearts. Direct ball from Jack Hamilton. Instant control from Ismael Gonzalez. O'Connor went in. Arno Dume, who plays just behind Gonzalez in this Hearts setup. So Nicholson, and he takes aim. Joe Lewis got his fingertips to it.
It's good from Nicholson on the front foot, driving at Logan. Logan turns his back there, takes his eye off the ball. It's a safe save, isn't it, from Joe Lewis? Takes no chances.
So the first Hearts corner, Don Cowie will be responsible for it. Hearts and Aberdeen joint best in the league as far as scoring from set plays is concerned. Cowie and Shay Logan had the better of it. Andras Struna. Cowie and Struna. Strongly in that time went Hayes. Hearts will do it again.
Yeah, that was off the training ground, the corner, but Aberdeen defended that well.
Anastasios Avlonitis up from the back. Cowie, the delivery. There's an inquiry there. A possible handball. Bubbles around. Not taken seriously out there on the pitch.
The other thing I noticed from the corner, there's a bit of grappling. Might have been Considine.
There's the challenge put in by Jolis.
Yeah, mistimed. Maybe lucky. When you go to ground like that, you have to win the ball. Maybe fortunate not to get a card. But you see that grappling there from Considine. Putting his side at risk there.
Considine's pass for Hayes. There's a spring in his step as usual. Johnny Hayes going one way then the other. Stayed on his feet, Hayes. That's a goal kick after all that.
Well, credit Johnny Hayes. I think he could have gone down on the touch. Doesn't. Well, in fact, he kicks the floor. Jamie Walker. And could he have released that a bit earlier? I think he could. See Walker there taking a tumble. That's Hayes' threat, isn't it? Just wonder. Took too many touches and eventually snuffed out.
As you can see, the pitch is not in great condition. It's been a bit of a problem this winter here in the Granite City. Ash Taylor, taken out by Arnaud June.
Taylor is tripped. This pitch isn't conducive to free-flowing football. That's why the wide areas are so important. The wide men on both sides will be looking to feed. Wide areas will be 1v1 duels.
Aberdeen normally thrive on getting the ball to the likes of McGinn and Hayes in those wide positions. McLean just drifting left for the time being. Kenny McLean in his 100th Aberdeen appearance. Andras Struna to take this, the Slovenian. He's been named in Slovenia's squad to face Scotland next week. O'Connor. And Rooney competing for it. It's away by Christian Novak. His fourth start in a row. And chance is taken by Novak. And in central defence again, Aaron Hughes has been working his way back to full fitness. Is on the bench this afternoon. McLean, change of direction. Available to receive it, Kenny McLean. And the Considine throw. And Shinnie right across the face of goal. A bit too much on it. Shea Logan. Bamboozling Nicholson. Super idea. Fine execution from Logan. Taylor. Now McGinn. Pulling it out to McLean on the left. Ash Taylor's header. It's going to be comfortable enough for Jack Hamilton.
Bright start from Aberdeen. Logan did well. This wide area. Nicholson's got to work a lot harder. Doesn't do enough to stop the cross. It's well defended. I think it's Novak.
150th Aberdeen appearance for Shea Logan. Debut in February 2014 and the League Cup semi-final victory over St Johnstone, and that went ahead at Hearts' home ground, Tynecastle. McGinn. Considine. McLean constantly looking for pockets of space. And the pass that time didn't quite hit the man.
They reacted well, and Aberdeen have started faster. seem to be on to second balls quicker, even though McLean lost that ball. Won it back.
McInnes delighted with the run Aberdeen have been on. And you can't really argue with the form. And they make it 9 home victories on the bounce. We saw them against Hamilton recently, the only real blot on the escutcheon. And goodness knows how on earth Aberdeen lost that game. Things like that happen in football. Jonas. Gonzalez, as though O'Connor was tucking on his shirt. Gonzalez.
He was fouled. He was fouled, you're quite right. And Stephen McLean having a word with Anthony O'Connor. Gonzalez did well, backed in, held the ball up, and then he goes again, looking for a little give and go, and he gets tugged back. He's all over him there on the shirt, not looking at the ball. Has to be a free kick. Stephen McLean should have gone back to that.
Just 1 win in 6 for Heart of Midlothian. Considine, the illegal challenge on Walker. So often the key figure for Hearts, Jamie Walker. Here's another one who you would think would be knocking on the door of the Scotland squad.
Hearts top scorer this season. In good form.
Jonas. Here is Hume. Africa Cup of Nations winner with Cameroon, the indomitable Lions. It's going to be one of the greatest nicknames in football, that one, for any team.
Why didn't they just call them the Lions?
Because they are indomitable, as they demonstrated a few weeks ago.
There you go.
5 times they won it. And he was being called back by Jonas. And the card is coming out for Alexandros Jonas.
Bright turn, wasn't it? Clever turn from McLean. Jonas went to ground earlier, could have been booked earlier. Steve McLean, absolutely right.
Has been named on the Greece squad for their forthcoming match against Belgium.
What's their nickname?
Well, it's not officially speaking a Greek nickname, but here is Shinnie with the free kick for Aberdeen. Up goes Taylor. Clearance by Soa. Now Hayes. Dancing with the ball at his feet. Down he goes, Hayes and Soa, and here's Logan. The leap by McGinn. Taken away here by Walker for Hearts. Gonzalez, effective leader of the line.
Just need to get people in touch with Gonzalez. When that ball is on its way up to him, just slightly isolated. Taylor, a couple of awkward bounces on this surface. He's cushioned it beautifully for Logan. Nicholson having to get back within a defensive shift. Hayes, Rooney. Spilled by Hamilton. Nobody there to capitalise for the Dons. It didn't go out, I don't think. This off Rooney. Not an effort on goal, but keep your eye on the ball, Jack.
Let's have him tied up until 2020 now. Carried away by O'Connor. Considine in the general direction of Rooney. Walker. Let's try to properly work their way into the game. Gonzalez, and he was foiled by Logan. Chance still on for Nicholson. Couldn't put it away, Sam Nicholson. The goal was gaping at him.
A real chance for Hearts. Seeing whether there's any offside there. There isn't. I think Logan gets back, does really well, but that's a poor miss from Nicholson. And see what he's trying to do. Because Hume, who pops the ball out to him, is just trying to feed it into that far corner. It's got to hit the target. Huge miss.
Last scored in the month of September, Sam Nicholson. Against Hamilton, remember he did miss 14 games because of a knee injury. And will that loom large in the overall story of this game? We shall see. Don Cowie. Shinnie wins that little battle. A lapse in concentration from Hayes. Here's Sowa. Jack. Shinnie. Has to have a fine understanding. Free kick has been given in Jack's favour.
Just as he gets that pass off, things are coming together. How big could that miss be for Hearts? And the confidence of Hearts. Good win last time out against Hamilton. Want to go back to back. Got to take the chances.
Johnny Hayes will be the man responsible for this one. Taylor was up. Could cause a bit of havoc. Pushes off O'Connor. Walker. Gonzalez. Strong on his feet. That's offside. Jamie Walker.
See, they're getting a foothold in this game. I think Walker just went slightly early. Gonzalez backs in well, doesn't he? Uses his body extremely well.
As you imagine, he would be quite the annoying fellow to play against. Ismael Gonzalez. 4 goals in 7 matches for Hearts so far. Adam Rooney felt he hadn't transgressed. Jayden Stockley in the starting 11 for Aberdeen today. With Considine back in, change of shape. That's unchanged. Hamilton all the way through to Lewis. One goalkeeper to another.
Cowie made the run. Hamilton couldn't pick him out.
Off the boot that time of Jolis, protector of the Hearts defence. Anastasios Avlonitis, his compatriot. Johnny Hayes, and now Shay Logan. A bit casual by Avlonitis. McLean and Rooney in the general vicinity. Novak away this time, off the head of June. Logan scrapes it forward. Sowa. As with Hamilton earlier this season. Struna, Gonzalez, and O'Connor closes off the space, getting to the ball ahead of Walker.
Nice touch from Gonzalez. Walker getting a little bit closer. O'Connor read that well.
Space for Jamie Walker. He's the sort of player who can alter the course of events on his own. This was by Avlonitis. Ready Scott for Aberdeen to get forward. Avlonitis on McLean, advantage with the Dons. Hayes isn't quite there for Rooney. McLean still on the ground as the boos ring around Pittodrie Stadium.
I wonder whether Stephen McLean will go back and book. I think it was Sauer. Avlonitis. Clever play, wasn't it, from McLean? It was late.
Just a verbal rebuke.
I think that's late enough for a card, I really do. Good awareness from McLean. I think he's lucky to get away with that, Avlonitis.
McLean decided that advantage ought to go with Aberdeen.
Right to play the advantage.
0-0 with 20 minutes on the clock. Ladbrokes Premiership on this Saturday afternoon. Kenny McLean. Here is Niall McGinn, probing. Hayes went up for it. Blanites, who got there before the diminutive Johnny Hayes. Considine. McGinn. In there by McGinn. Aberdeen hit the front. A headed goal from the right back. In his 150th appearance for the club. And he's a happy man. What was he doing there? That high up the pitch. Just stays up. Good interplay down that left-hand side. Again, shifts it onto his right foot. Logan just drifts in. Soa is unaware of Logan. Really poor defending, but credit Logan. He wants it the most. From that range, just ghosts in. Keeps his composure, keeps his head. Joy on the Aberdeen bench. Shea Logan. His 4th goal of the season. And he's being serenaded by the Aberdeen fans in front of us in the South Stand. A goal from Logan. And that is a milestone appearance for him. Well, we did say at the time, didn't we? Nicholson miss in a good position. Could become a big part of the narrative.
That's the difference, isn't it? That one big chance for Aberdeen they've taken, and Hearts have missed theirs.
Latest bit of foul play.
Quite a good scrap that. Salves and O'Connor. Have not travelled very well this season at all. 13 points gathered away from home, 13 out of 41, and trailing here on the Granite City. McGinn. Action there by Jonas. Shea Logan. Perfect header. Niall McGinn, the architect. McGinn just shifting onto his right foot. Logan onside, drifts in. Can't believe his luck. Still has to get his timing right.
Arno Hume. Here is Leonard Sowa for Hearts. Too strong for Carey. It takes off. Taylor, whose contract with Aberdeen is up this summer. Tranmere Rovers defender, his 3rd season with the Dons. Taylor was keen on that diagonal pass. Struna is far too strong for Gonzalez.
He still worries me, Ash Taylor, when he tries to play.
Controlled by Rooney. McGinn. Ryan Jack, local boy, and brought up here in the city. Taylor. Hayes, couple of bites at it. McLean now. McGinn. On Walker. Novak who got his head to it. Graham Shinnick, typically tigerish. Not going through Niall McGinn. Adam Rooney, faced by Sowa. Oh, Shinnick had the presence of mind to nip in there. Well, he's won a corner at least for the Dons.
Hearts have got to pull themselves together. Jonas all over the place, hesitates. Shinnie It's all over him. Picking up every second ball they are. This has become quite the impenetrable red keep for Aberdeen in recent times. Leading today, can they make it 9 successive home triumphs? Matching the feats of the Alex Ferguson team from season 1985-86. Last time they managed that. Considine and Rooney together. The plane takes it, sails over everyone. Well, this is the goal. A good bit of communication. Rooney and Logan, you go near post, I'll go far. That's how it works. And bang. Lovely finish, wasn't it, Derek?
Glorious from Logan. Hearts with 1 or 2 questions to answer. Logan's ball that time for Rooney. Away by Avlanitis. Logan stamping his authority on this game. Kenny McLean for Aberdeen. Screen off Nicholson, here is Soa. Taylor. Jume's header. Into the air of the boot of Jume. Considine, McGinn. Jack supporting behind him. Jolis. A chance for Gonzalez.
So isolated. The service into him isn't great at all. And you can see Ian Cathro there. Austin McPhee must be worried, men. They look really disjointed at the moment. Getting out-thought and out-fought.
Also failed to score on 3 of their last 6 matches. Aberdeen 1 to the good here. 2 previous meetings this term, 0-0 draw here at Pittodrie back in August. 1-0 win for Aberdeen at Tynecastle in December. Walker comes away with it. Got error by Considine. Jume. Jolis. Vastly experienced midfield player. Cowie left it for Gonzalez. Sam Nicholson. It's a ball with an invitation attached. By McGinn that time.
And the one before that, Jamie Walker wide on the right. A real opportunity to pass that ball through to Cowie.
Stumble by Logan. Nicholson. Joe Lewis has it. And a reminder, Scottish Football Extra back on the air Friday the 31st of March following the international break, 7 o'clock, BT Sport 1. That will be live from Dens Park ahead of Dundee against Aberdeen. 7:30 BT Sport 1. Having to move 11 points clear of Rangers in the battle for second this afternoon. McGinn. It's not all that comfortable dealing with McGinn. Struna over there. It's Novak, the Polish player, getting his head to it, and now Jamie Walker. Taylor. Hayes. All of a sudden the space opened up for Johnny Hayes.
Let's get away with one. Hayes anticipated that superbly. Just a long punt down the field, and Hart second to everything. Logan in the back. Nicholson.
And we heard the ball crash onto the roof of the south stand just a few metres above us. They tend not to be found again once they go up there.
And just get the ladder.
"15 minutes to go to half-time. Hearts chasing this game. Ablanitis. A long ball again. All the way through to Lewis. BT Sport score. 2:30. BT Sport won today. Minus a certain Chris Sutton. As Walker looks to make the connection with Nicholson. Logan tidies up.
And a big loss to the programme. BT Sport score.
Are you supposed to say that, or are others meant to make that comment?
I know you were thinking it, Derek.
Absolutely. Here's Soa. Now Cowie. It's all been in fits and starts from the Gorgie team. Jolis, he can punch them in from long range. Soa. Knew that Hayes was close to him. Ablanitis. Jolis, and that was slack. Here's McLean.
He's had a terrible half so far, Jolis. It's not an easy pitch. We've talked about that. I just wonder whether Hearts at half-time will think about adapting the tactics. They've got Johnson on the bench. Got to play the conditions.
Latest foul was by Novak. Anthony O'Connor standing over the free kick. Considine. Here's McGinn now, beside the byline, outside the verdict.
On the move, McGinn is. I think that's slightly debatable. Off the touch. It was Ablanitis playing him onside.
Jack Hamilton not in the Scotland squad this time. He was an unused substitute at Wembley when Scotland faced England back in November. Taylor. It was by Jack. McGinn alertly onto it. Duped was Jolis. Hayes. Struna. He needs to touch it there.
I think you're right, should have let it run out, but once again, Jolis in the middle of the park, caught in possession. It's been a Greek tragedy so far.
Here's City. Controlled by Logan. Graham Shelley takes on the shot. There's too much height.
Been really impressed with Shinnie at the park. Onto everything, letting that ball run across his body. See his idea.
Reminder about Bournemouth against Swansea City. That's 5 o'clock today. BT Sport 1 and 4K UHD in the Premier League. And tomorrow, Middlesbrough, Manchester United, 11:30. McLean for McGinn. Just looking around him. Niall McGinn, but it's a weak effort. And McLean, I can tell you, wanted the favour returned to him.
I think he took a poor touch. Popped out wide. You fancy him, don't you, when he's facing people up. Poor effort in the end. No real pace on the shot.
Walker tackles over and wins the free kick. John Daly has been going up and down the stairs. That's not going to trouble Joe Lewis. Gonzalez up in the wider position.
So the John Daly thing then, are we suggesting that there are messages going down to Ian Cathro?
I'm not suggesting anything, but really reporting the fact that he has been going up and down the stairs.
He won't be asking him what he wants in his, how many sugars in his half-time cup of tea, will he? You know, it's worrying, isn't it?
Greg Levine, the director of football. John Daly, part of the coaching staff. He's going walkabout again.
He's been up and down enough times to think, go yourself, Craig. I'm absolutely shattered.
joined Austin McPhee.
Got to say, I don't like to see this. Who is manager?
Now let's see if Jim can keep hold of the ball here. Shinnie penalised.
But I mean, it's something for Darryl and the lads to talk about at half-time. Is that undermining the manager?
In other countries, just to throw this into the debate, the director of football is often to be found on the bench, either next to the manager or near the manager. Not making a political point when I say that, but really pointing out that it does happen. Here is June. Johnny Hayes.
They've worked so hard on and off the ball. Aberdeen. It's worrying signs for Hearts. Cathro and McPhee. They'll want to get in at half-time and get a reaction.
Anthony O'Connor. Joe Lewis. Aberdeen certainly keen to get him signed up for the long haul. Very pleasant day for football. Passed by Jonas.
I feel really sorry for Gonsalves. I really do. It's a thankless task. Feeding off scraps, no service. Hearts players not getting close enough to him. They don't have a way of playing, and that's the concern.
I've lost just one of the last 5 matches at Pittodrie under Midlothian. That goes back to before Ian Cathro's time. Jack, and there's Novak. Signed by Robbie Nielsen. Didn't make his debut until Ian Cathro took over the reins. Interesting ball, and Rooney couldn't quite reach it. Well, 4 hours now in footballing terms since last Hearts netted against Aberdeen. Considine. McGinn. Hayes was over there. He's keen to run with the ball at his feet. Hayes. McGinn. McLean. Routine for Hamilton. Quick ball once more, but Logan alertly getting his head on it. Jack, almost an accident with one of our cameras there. Rooney, coolly done. I think camera is okay, and cameraman is fine as well. Clean bill of health. O'Connor. And McGinn. Delightful work. Hayes.
Really nice touch, isn't it?
Joom. Gonsalves. He's never going to get there. So far, you've got to say, shades of what we saw when the sides met in Gorgie at the end of December.
Yeah, that was a comfortable, deserved victory.
Shay Logan to the brim with confidence this afternoon. Logan, whose goal separates the sides. Considine.
You understand, I think we understand Aberdeen's game plan. Get the ball wide, crosses in. I don't understand what Hearts, how they've set up to play. You know, Gonsalves isolated up top. They can't get out. Have no pattern or style to their game.
Novak. Really was waiting for a mistake to manifest itself. Here's Shinnie now taking over. Graham Shinnie. It's another attempt from Shinnie. 2 goals for him this season.
Been everywhere. Aberdeen really good when they lose possession. They're straight onto it again.
It's been a remarkable home run for Aberdeen. Leading 1-0 against Heart of Midlothian today. Johnny Hayes with a header on. It's away by Novak. Hayes once more. Playing, contorting his body. Novak, Gonzalez has been ploughing a very lonely furrow in attack. We've seen plenty of mental fortitude from Aberdeen in recent weeks. Put this impressive string of results together. Bonitis from the back, Nicholson. Pretty well shackled by Logan. Walker. It's going to be a free kick to Hearts.
No space in that middle area for Hearts to get their heads up. I think that Ian Cathro should make a change at half-time and go 2 up. So they're going to go back to front, get a physical presence on.
O'Connor steers it into the main stand. And Björn Jonsson, Chris, is the man you would like to see coming on for Hearts.
Yeah, I like the look of him. I think he's a physical presence. He can hold the ball up. You know, he'd help Gonzalez, who has had nothing to feed off this half. It's not a good pitch. You know, you can see it. You can't try and play pretty fancy football on this pitch. Play the conditions.
Aberdeen, by the way, have recorded just 2 wins in their last 11 home meetings with Hearts. Here is Nicholson. Bonitis, tried in January till the end of the season. Nicholson, good damage from this sort of position. Sam Nicholson, but it's a woeful finish.
Likes to come inside on his favoured right foot. It nearly goes over the stand.
He's never netted against Aberdeen. 7 previous games. A very good opportunity earlier in this half, which went begging.
It's a huge moment. Really a gilt-edged chance. The only chance they've created.
Jolis takes the throw. Gonzalez. Through the legs of Considine. Now Walker and Hume. Gonzalez wanted it, and here's Cowie. Wasn't the contact on Cowie was looking for. Johnny Hayes. Getting it through, but Novak. He's taking the fall as he released it. Almost inside the final minutes of normal time in the first half. Jolis. O'Connor. No nonsense defender. Don't think there's going to be any additional time. Aberdeen good value for their 1-0 lead, Chris?
Absolutely, we spoke about the big chance for Hearts, but I think Aberdeen have been the much better team.
And now offside, Gonzalez. He didn't think so.
No, he didn't. Plays high up on the shoulder, doesn't he? Hume on the turn. Do you know what? He's onside. He's onside. Logan's playing him onside. Missed it anyway.
That's where the line on the pitch can be helpful to us. And that will do it for the first half at Pittodrie. Shay Logan celebrating his 150th Aberdeen appearance with a well-taken headed goal. Sam Nicholson with a bad miss prior to that. Aberdeen have been the more compelling side, and Hearts have a bit of thinking to do. Aberdeen 1, Heart of Midlothian 0.
Look, can I just come back to a point we made at half-time about what's going on at the moment, the managerial team with Hearts? We're all slightly confused. Craig Levein is in the dressing room at half-time, we've been told. What's your initial reaction to that?
Not good. You talk about us being confused as a player, you're going to be confused as to who is the manager, who's the one that's given the message and the direction across the team. Because there's certainly things that need to change at half-time, like Alex spoke about. Substitutions need to be made, and if they don't do it, Aberdeen will have a clean route to a victory here.
And yet, just hearing briefly, Alex, no changes so far.
There's no changes.
No
I'm
changes.
surprised that surprises me. I thought he'd need to do something that would shake them up a wee bit.
It's just sometimes, Tal, we don't know the understanding between the manager and the director of football. We don't know the relationship. But Michael said it visually. You know, what we've seen going on doesn't look good for him.
Maybe we'll see a change in formation.
Yeah, we will be watching closely, that is for sure. Here we go for the second 45. Back over to Chris and Derek.
An especially productive first half for Hearts. And Aberdeen happy with life. And they're just 45 minutes away from matching the feats of the 1985-86 team managed by Alex Ferguson. He made it 9 home wins on the trot. Good record, by the way, 21 set way back in 1954 and 55 under Dave Halliday. Hearts get the second half going. Attacking their goal to our right, playing towards the beach end of Pittodrie. Ash Taylor put to work immediately. Kenny McLean. Here's Adam Rooney. And again, enjoyed a superb first 45. McLean. There goes Avalonitis. Chris, you anticipated a personnel and a shape change from Hearts right off the bat. It hasn't materialised.
Oh, I would say I expect a reaction from Hearts. I mean, they had that big chance in the first half from Nicholson. But, you know, you have to say that Aberdeen were the dominant team in and out of possession. Hearts couldn't get up the pitch, so I wouldn't think that would be too long before Ian Cathro makes that change.
Logan's throw, Shinnie. Through it goes to Jack Hamilton. These two sides, third and fourth in the league in terms of possession. Aberdeen a bit better than Hearts.
Well, whether he makes a change or not, I think it's important that the Hearts players get closer to Gonçalves.
Rooney. Trying for it was Novak. Andrew Considine with the throw. And the ball has been in the air quite a bit. Perhaps understandable given the state of the pitch.
And that's why you have to play the conditions. It isn't easy to get the ball down and play.
Considine's throw for McLean. I'll tell you, this playing surface was heavily watered during the half-time interval. Gonçalves. Second spell in Scottish football, Ismael Gonçalves, previously with St Mirren. A League Cup winner with St Mirren. And they beat Hearts in the final. Struna. Robbed it by Hayes. It's had a wretched afternoon, Struna. McLean. And he fires it across goal. Nicholson ought to get there. It drops for Shinnie. Lovely play by Graham Shinnie. And a pass over shot turn. Offside. To be a goal, but it won't be. The flag is up against Adam Rooney, and it won't count.
Well, you have to say this is absolutely brilliant from Graham Shinnie. What a touch that is. Takes the player out of the game. Good strike, and Rooney is marginally offside. The right call.
John McCrossan, the assistant referee.
Was he celebrating that decision then?
Perhaps that could be a new trend amongst officials, Chris.
Well, he got it right. You can see why Rooney, albeit offside, scores so many goals. He's anticipating that, isn't he? The spill from Hamilton.
possession spills over to the other end. That's offside against Gonzalez.
Quite late with the flag. We've got a good view of this. Just a yard off there.
So from our caption, 6 Aberdeen attempts, 4 of the 6 from who else? Graham Shinnie, just the man you would expect. A headed goal from Shea Logan, Aberdeen's 8th headed goal in the league this term. It continues here. Throw was taken by Struna. Considine's head. It's been a struggle for Hearts to get out, to be constructive. It's this very well organised Aberdeen team. Taylor. Intended for Hayes, hugging the left-hand touchline. Appeals from the Aberdeen players, McLean in particular. Nothing there apparently. Nicholson. Upended by Shinnie. Free kick to Hearts. Logan just getting himself involved and will now be called over.
Yeah, there's no need for Shea Logan to get involved in that. He's dressing down.
Right, make up his mind that time, Jolis. Nicholson. Pushed to the ground by Jack.
Clever turn from Nicholson. You can see the intent of the Aberdeen midfielders.
Tom Cowie. Andras Struna contemplating this. It's going to be left for Cowie. And the armband for Heart of Midlothian. Jolis in there. Jack's header away.
Terrible ball. The centre halves have gone forward. Put the thing in.
Jolis one more time. Lewis. And he gets on with it. Struna. Again, they've gone to the left-hand side. Ablonitis. Soa. Cut out by Taylor. Shinnie put the wind up. Ablonitis.
Had numerous opportunities, haven't they, from free kicks? Put the ball in. They elect to go short, but when the centre halves go forward, it's a real waste.
Aberdeen could put more pressure on Hearts here. Playing Shinnie. Rooney is always looking for scraps. Hume. Taylor just gets around there. Taps on the ball before Gonzalez. He shoves Taylor out of the way. Well, Taylor was at it, protecting the ball when it had gone out.
I think Gonzalez is quite right here to protest this. Taylor knows what he's doing. Not letting him take a quick throw in. 3 touches too many. That should be a card for me.
There's a stern talking to for Ash Taylor from referee Stephen McLean. Leonard Sowa. The win with Hamilton against Aberdeen earlier this season was in the Yankees team that night. And with Hearts, Ablonitis, Hayes, poor touch there. Struna, Logan, Jolis. That was tidier. Nicholson. Sowa off to the left.
Logan got lucky there defensively, gambled. Nicholson didn't make the most of that.
Here's Hume. Been able to influence the game the way he often can. Arno Hume. Avlonitis. Nicholson. And Logan for company. Ryan Jack. O'Connor. Looking for Hayes. Perhaps to chase, but a hesitancy from Novak. Hayes did get there. McGinn now. Avlonitis. Nothing wrong with the carnage. Given away. Careless from Hearts. Shinnie. McLean. Soa doing his job defensively. Logan. Hearts ball.
Not that challenge on the edge of the box. McGinn really not happy with that. That would have been a good shooting position for Aberdeen. Benitez, I think he just gets the ball there.
Aberdeen throw here. Adam Rooney in no particular hurry. Shea Logan's goal earlier, his first ever against Hearts. Controlled by Hayes. Oh, it was Kenny McLean! And how he let rip!
How close is this? Just gets underneath. It's a great strike. Good movement in the first place. But good understanding with Johnny Hayes. That ball went into Hayes. He's the one on the move.
Kenny McLean, his 100th Aberdeen appearance, having looked on earlier as Logan netted in his 150th game for the Dons.
Never scored against Hearts though, Derek. Not about stature or anything, but
you often give it your best and often succeed. There's Hume. McGinn. There's McLean. Shovels the ball off to O'Connor. Certainly duped Walker and then Cowie. Shinnie. Hayes might get it back. Adam Rooney waits in the centre. Not the only one either. Shinnie was in position too. Here's McGinn. Looking to force a mistake from Cowie. Kenny McLean. Down he goes. That will be a free kick in a position of real menace.
mentioned earlier, when Aberdeen lose the ball, they win it back so quickly, they press high. Kenny McLean, real good shooting position.
Dan McInnes and company have scored 3 times in the league direct from free kicks this season. That is joint best with Celtic and Hamilton. The angle looks favourable for McLean, you would think. Tense moment early in the second half at Pittodrie. It's going to be the left foot of Kenny McLean against the wall. McGinn, question asked about possible handball, referee not interested. Jolis just waiting for support. Quick thinking by McLean. Jolis and Shinnie and McLean. That's been resolved in Hearts' favour. Left by Taylor in the end. There's O'Connor. Logan straight through to Jack Hamilton. Scottish Football Extra with you Friday the 31st of March, 7 o'clock, BT Sport 1, and that will set the table for Dundee against Aberdeen. Also BT Sport 1, 7:30. First game back after the international pause. Here's Nicholson. His Hearts are Looking at the table, looking at Rangers above them. Also got to look at St Johnstone, just a point behind them in the battle for fourth. Could be significant in terms of Europe. All depends upon who ends up winning the Scottish Cup this season.
That's a really good point.
They go to McDermott Park on the 15th of April. Here is passed by Gonzalez.
Taylor did well. Did really well. Read the touch from Walker.
Struna throw. 5th of April is in fact the day for St Johnstone Hearts. It's going to be one to look forward to. Gonzalez, Struna. McLean. Who got there, now Jolis, the footsteps of McLean. Jolis with the challenge, nothing wrong with it. Oh, mistake by Aberdeen, and Hayes! He's got to score! And does! 2 for Aberdeen! Individual mistake by Aberdeen, punished ruthlessly by Johnny Hayes.
I think that picture says it all. Aberdeen, a terrible mistake. Poor back pass, but credit Johnny Hayes. He doesn't stop, he just keeps going. Jolis, who's been poor as well, just about gets away with that one, pokes it back. Terrible pass, Hamilton commits. Hayes just stays composed. You have to say it's a really nicely taken goal. Not going to miss that once he goes round. Hamilton just about keeping his head, but that just about sums up Hart's performance this afternoon for me, that pass.
Only the second time in his career Johnny Hayes has scored against Hearts. Gone past the hour mark now, 2-0. Difficult based on what we've seen to visualise a route back for the men from Gorgie.
They're happy, the best team is in front, deservedly in front.
Kenny McLean. Error by Avlonitis. Getting away from it. Logan. There is Avlonitis. He's got to shrug it off if he can. 7-year-old. Spell in Austria last season at Sturm Graz. Marco Silva, who was the coach of Olympiacos at the time, decided he wasn't in his plans. Headed by McLean. Hayes. Tightly back penalty area. It's away by June for Hearts. Logan. You're going to get your wish. Chris Bjorn Jonsson coming on. Getting his instructions from Austin McPhee. I know you wanted to see that a lot earlier. Again, wonderful play. Rooney couldn't quite find it. Novak with a clearance.
Really top play from McGinn in that wide area.
Kenny McLean making sure Jack Hamilton was paying attention.
You can't shoot from there, Derek. 35 yards out. It's a brilliant strike, a clean strike.
Well put to the test, Hamilton. And a corner forthcoming here for Aberdeen. Niall begin to take it. It's going to be the end for Jolis. Jonsson ready to take his place. His corner. Jack. Run out of play. There'll be another one for the Dons. Applause for Kenny McLean. So he prepares to take this one. Taylor, Considine, O'Connor. Thicket of Aberdeen defenders who have become attackers. Nicholson and Hume. 64 minutes of fruitless toil from the Hearts' point of view. And it was going to be Jolis. There has been an about turn. We were told that Jolis would be going on, but now it's Arno Hume. So a change of heart. More ways than one. Bjorn Jonsson comes on. That rich vein of form just a few weeks ago. Arno grew up in North Carolina, the USA. So certainly will offer something different in attack, Chris.
And it just becomes a focal point. Hearts haven't been able to get out, and sometimes you have to simplify your game, especially on pitches of this type, so they can go long into him. And do you know what? I think Gonçalves has done all right this afternoon. He's to feed off scraps, get closer to him, help him, and form a partnership and a threat.
Ash Taylor. Johnny Hayes was never going to be favourite to win that in the air against Andras Struna. Comes off Considine last of all. Aberdeen, incidentally, have dropped just a couple of points this season from winning positions. That's the best of any Premiership team. It's a two-goal cushion. It's the misfiring Hearts. Walker. Ablonitis. So, but to a teammate. Slip us out of play. BT Sport score programme with you from 2:30. Matt Smith on the team at the ready. That's on BT Sport 1 this afternoon. Keep you up to date with all that's happening in football. Now, bit of an overload there, and there might be space for Hayes. Johnny Hayes running at Struna. Hayes! Beaten down by Hamilton. McGinn. On the block. There's Ablonitis who got in the way. Just feel, don't you, it's a relentless red tide.
That ball means that Jolis beat some things up. Many haven't been able to cope with Johnny Hayes this season, and Hearts again here. Struna backs off too far. Can't let him drive into the box that far and get a shot off. Straight at Hamilton.
Gonçalves. Jolis with Walker. Position to the left of him. Taylor gives it leather.
I don't want to keep saying he's been awful, but he really has been. Really surprised he wasn't the one who was taken off.
When we saw him come on as a substitute against Rangers, he looked so authoritative. And then in the next game, scored against Motherwell. Hearts fans were raving about Alexandros Jolis. Bjorn Jonsson. Sam Nicholson. And that's to run at Andrew Considine. Taylor. And now Shinnie. There's only a 3-point gap between the sides prior to the late December meeting. After business today, it could be a 17-point difference between Aberdeen and Hearts on the table.
Challenge on Shinnie. Just as he cleared the ball, Sam Nicholson, Graham Shinnie saying, how is that not a free kick?
Stephen McLean is changing his mind. Is it Struna? It's away by O'Connor. And there's Walker. Now Cowie. Walker. Aberdeen get themselves organised defensively. Hayes was happy to press through now, likewise. McGinn. Just about did enough. Walker. This goes against Jamie Walker. As he fouls Anthony O'Connor.
Walker made the run. O'Connor eyes on the ball. There's no malice in that challenge. Saw one for O'Connor.
Let's revisit this moment. Avlonitis and Hayes said thank you very much.
Avlonitis won't want to see that again. Terrible, terrible back pass. Well done, Johnny Hayes. Kept going. Composed.
O'Connor is going to be fine. John Lewis has started every single game for Aberdeen in this campaign. Really just between their back and Avlonitis. That's going to be an Aberdeen free kick. Shrugs of shoulders from the Hearts players. Whereas we reckon it would be McLean. It was to the right of centre. This time you'd fancy McGinn. And Stockley, I think, is about to come on for Aberdeen. Drum beat in anticipation of Niall McGinn's free kick. Couldn't quite get it to dip enough. And Stockley stripped for action. Jack Hamilton losing his footing as he clobbered it forward. O'Connor coolly to Lewis. Johnson trying to make it interesting. Deft flick by McGinn, well, the idea was good. Brendan Stockley, former Bournemouth player. They're at home to Swansea, 5 o'clock today, BT Sport 1 and 4K UHD. Jamie Walker. O'Connor carrying out his defensive chores.
Haven't seen enough of Walker, have we?
It's been true of Walker and Hume and so many in this game. By Jolis, here's Nicholson. Shea Logan, just running out of space. Gonzalez. Shea Logan. Superbly done. McLean, he just pointing off more than he could chew. Cowie was in the neighbourhood. Here's Jolis and now Walker. Struna available on the right. Non-successive start for Andras Struna. Johnson was in there. Gonzalez and Lewis narrowed the angle. Aberdeen defensively stood still.
Really, really top goalkeeping, and you can just see Johnson there, the physical presence, putting, I think, it's O'Connor under pressure. Salvers heavy with that first touch, but didn't Lewis do well? Close that space down. Big save.
It's going to be an easy meet for Joe Lewis. He hauls it in and quickly pulls it out to McGinn. Jolis doubled up by Hayes. Kenny Kitchen is going to be next on for Hearts, the USA international. What's going to happen before Aberdeen get Jayden Stockley on? Jolis departs, having not enjoyed a particularly pleasant afternoon in the Granite City. Gary Kitchen.
Throw the kitchen sink at Aberdeen now.
And he spent 4 years playing in MLS in the USA for DC United. Rooney. Ablanitis stands it away. Andrew Considine. Ablanitis. And so on, ushering it through to Jack Hamilton. Shane Logan has been fantastic today. Not just because of the goal.
All over the park, Aberdeen. They've been better, they've been in the ascendancy. Every department.
Chance for the Dons to go 11 clear of Rangers, and they battle for second. They've still got to meet each other twice in this campaign. Johnny Hayes and McGinn's header off target. It was there for Niall McGinn.
What a chance. It's a dream of a ball, isn't it, from Johnny Hayes. Whipped in, McGinn should score. He hits the target, and there he scores. Gets it all wrong. What a ball.
Scored 5 goals in 12 previous matches for Aberdeen against Hearts. Niall McGinn. Anna Rooney departs. It is 4 games without a goal now. But led the line with authority. So popular with the Aberdeen fans. And Adam Rooney will make way for Jayden Stockley. Stockley, by the way, Aberdeen's most used substitute. This is 20th appearance off the bench.
Offered more of a physical presence. A bit of a battle for that number 9 spot, didn't they, at the start of the season? I have to say I'm a massive fan of Rooney. He's a goal scorer.
Well, there's the live table, the as it stands table. That's where Aberdeen would be with a 2-0 win over Hearts. So 11 points, and remember the goal difference advantage is sizable as well. I don't think Rangers are going to make that up. So as good as an extra point really for Aberdeen. Hearts, as we said earlier, have got to be mindful of St Johnstone and what they do. 4th place may or may not get you into Europe. As we said, it hinges on the cup winners who ends up lifting the cup. Hayes. McGinn and Hamilton. They decided he had to watch that all the way. He got a touch on the ball, hence the corner. He didn't think so.
He's saying he didn't get a touch. What was he doing anyway? Defence dropping too deep too early. There was a faint touch. We'll see here.
We need the snickometer. Here's McLean, and he was in full flight. Jamie Walker takes him out. And the slow walkover by Stephen McLean. A yellow card it is for Walker.
Yeah, and the player, Kenny McLean, full of confidence. Brilliant this afternoon.
I think we might just be able to hazard a guess as to who's going to strike this. Kenny McLean and Niall McGinn together. Surely from this particular angle it will be the left-footed McLean. Came close earlier, remember. And up steps McGinn to take it. Niall McGinn with a couple of efforts. The element of surprise, Chris Sutton.
Two really poor efforts.
Middlesbrough against Manchester United is the Premier League game we weren't able to tell you about. That's tomorrow, 11:30 in the morning. BT Sport 1, 4K UHD. With our own Darryl Curry making the trip to Middlesbrough for that game, for hosting duties. Ryan Christie doing a bit of limbering up. Don't really feel as though a Hearts comeback is in the offing at all, do you?
Absolutely right, seeing Ryan Christie there. It just shows that Aberdeen have a bit of strength in depth, don't they, squad-wise.
Kerry Kitchen wins the throw for Heart of Midlothian.
Would you say Aberdeen are stronger than Rangers squad-wise?
I think if you look at them from top to bottom, you'd have to conclude that's the case, and the table doesn't lie either, does it, Chris? I think that would be a fair assessment. We do have options in reserve. Logan. He's picked up a bit of a knock here, Shay Logan. Hobbling. Inside the final 10 minutes. Nicely done by Jack to bring it into reverse gear. Hayes. And off Novak. Still moving slightly gingerly. Shay Logan. Johnny Hayes. It's Walker. Infringements.
Just got to be a little bit careful, Jamie Walker.
Scored direct from a free kick against Hamilton in the last match, Jamie Walker. One of two such goals from Hearts in that game. Last time they had scored direct from a free kick in the league all season. Hadn't happened prior to the last game. Hayes and Taylor up there from the back. Not quite for Ash Taylor.
Great ball in again. Superb delivery, Taylor made.
Ryan Christie is going to come on. Loan from Celtic. Talented, enjoying his time with the Dons. Hasn't been a regular starter. Tells you about just what you were discussing, the overall strength of this Aberdeen squad.
Yeah, and Derek McGuinness went back to what he knew and what was successful last season.
Considine. Niall McGinn. Aberdeen continue to keep Hearts off balance.
Aberdeen just seem far more street-wise than Hearts. They played the conditions far, far better.
And Johnny Hayes, scorer of the second Aberdeen goal, is now replaced. It's a standing ovation for the Irishman. And Ryan Christie is the man who comes on. Derek McGuinness delighted with Johnny Hayes' performance. Tony Docherty there, who will be part of the Scotland set-up with Gordon Strachan in the days ahead.
You hope for Aberdeen fans. I don't know whether, I'm not a lip reader, Johnny Hayes said something about his hamstring there.
Yeah, we believe that he did, so you can lip read, Chris. Shelley takes the throw. McGinn is hovering. Christie has only just come on.
have got the shot off, couldn't he?
Aberdeen fans dread it when the word hamstring crops up in the same sentence as Johnny Hayes. He's had a few difficulties on that front, but we're hearing he is okay. It's purely precautionary. Shinnie. McLean. Aberdeen have certainly dominated in the possession department, in most departments. Struna. So he just pulled up on that occasion. Shinnie. The decision goes with Aberdeen.
You know, we spoke about Shinnie and McLean before the game, and them not being called up for the Scotland squad. They've been absolutely brilliant this afternoon, the pair of them.
Perhaps with a point to prove.
There's Gordon Strachan watching.
Niall McGinn. Trying the target here. There's options inside the penalty area. Stockley is one of them. McGinn decides to do. 5 minutes to go. All along the ground. And wide by McLean. Still just the two.
Disappointment etched all over Kenny McLean's face. Off the training ground, well worked. Wrong connection.
All those attempts, 6 of which have been on target. A big role reversal here. For many years, Aberdeen couldn't buy a victory against Hearts, it seemed. That's that run, February 2010 to December 2012. 825 minutes without a goal against Hearts. Took in 9 matches altogether, that span of games. 4 minutes remaining here, and Aberdeen look well set now for a 9th consecutive home triumph. Something they last achieved under Alex Ferguson, 1985-86.
Well set and well deserved.
Handball there by Struna, was it? Well, the whistle's gone anyway. Free kick to Hearts just before that, with Novak on the ground.
Now Stockley swinging that right arm. He's trying to fend Novak off.
Combative striker, Jayden Stockley. So going to bring on Mallory Martin. And that's it for Jamie Walker. Well, if you analyse it, Chris, the key men in a creative sense for Hearts haven't turned up today.
I don't think any Hearts player has turned up today. They've been really disappointing. Toothless up top. I think that the decision not to play 2 up top has backfired. Simple as that. You play the conditions. The pitch has been poor. Hearts have been poor. He's had a good game though, Niall McGinn.
Well, the 3 musketeers have all been replaced now. Niall McGinn's turn. And it will be the youngster Frank Ross to come on as a substitute. One man from just up the road, from Ellen. And a big cheer for Ross. It's been important for Aberdeen fans to have local players to relate to. Considine, who's one of them, of course, grown up in Bankery, just about 16 miles away. Raised by Struna. Gonzalez casting it out with Considine. Kenny McLean. There's Abronitis. Stockley's late. Incident off the ball there now. Stephen McLean reaches for his back pocket.
boy.
Red card for Stockley. Stephen McLean had a good view of that. And Aberdeen have been reduced to 10 men in the dying embers.
Bonkers. Stupid from Stockley. Just no need to get involved. They're winning the game comfortably. They're coming together. He's blocked off. It's more than a scuffle. Hand there, and then that right arm. Violent conduct, and now it's all kicking off.
Yeah, plenty of afters here. A game that was petering out. Aberdeen cruising to victory, but now this talking point. Well, it was a swinging arm, and Stockley therefore sent off. Kenny McLean, Carrie Kitchen discussing it. The tempers were getting a bit frayed.
Well, do you know what? Hearts players, what we're in the 89th minute, showing aggression.
Novak, he's back on his feet now. It looked as though it was going to be pretty much a controversy-free game, this.
Well, I think that's unfair. He clearly does know what he's doing, because I think he got that one absolutely bang on, Stephen McLean. But he has booked Shinnie, but if there are words after and dissent, then that's bookable.
Shinnie and Martin having their names taken. Martin scored direct from a free kick in the Hamilton game. Graham Shinnie, stranger to bookings.
He's furious. Martin, he just needs to keep his head. He's been brilliant this afternoon, Shinnie.
We've gone past the 90-minute mark. Wilson and Considine. Just try to revisit Graham Shinnie. He was getting very worked up. Wasn't the only one, mind you.
A lot of players getting heated, but no room for dissent.
There'll be a minimum of 3 additional minutes at Pittodrie. It was comfortable a home win for Aberdeen against Hearts, as they've enjoyed for quite some time.
Really, really impressed with Aberdeen, the way they've gone about the business. Could have been more, really.
And it's Dundee away, coming up next for Aberdeen. You'll see that with us, Friday the 31st, Inverness at home. And it's Rangers at home, 9th of April. Christie, deflection on the way through. Kitchen, and his pocket picked illegally by Christie. Howls of derision from the Aberdeen fans. So up towards Johnson, O'Connor and Nicholson, if he can find it, might get the shot in. Held by Lewis. And it will likely be his 9th clean sheet in the last 13 games.
Poor shot in the end. O'Connor did well to get round initially, and then Hearts get the break. Don't take that chance. They haven't done enough, anywhere near enough.
Well, they're also very proud of the local team, the red-clad Don supporters. It's going to be very difficult to dislodge them from second place on the evidence of this. Played on the ground. So much for this match just fizzling out.
Shove in the back, Kenny McLean. It's been outstanding.
Full time at Pittodrie. Comprehensive victory for Aberdeen. Hearts well beaten today. The goals coming from Shay Logan and from Johnny Hayes. A headed goal from Logan. Hayes capitalising on a dreadful mistake from Anastasios Ablonitis. There was a little blot on the Aberdeen copybook in the form of a red card for Jayden Stockley near the end. but take nothing away from the Dons. Their organisation, their passing, their creative football, and too good for Hearts on the day. The final score reads Aberdeen 2, Heart of Midlothian 0.
Thank you very much to Derek and Chris. The Dons make it 9 wins in a row at Pittodrie. That's their best run here since 1986, and at this rate they'll be sad to say goodbye to this old venue. A new stadium perhaps on the horizon. Right, don't forget, right after us today, BT Sport Score.
Goal! I can't count on. Oh, he's offside. Sorry, Southampton fan. Marie, hang on, I'm talking.
Oh, me and Jules have been practicing our goal spell. Let's see if we can remember how it goes.
Doing well.
Andy Carroll, he's always had the top knot. Looks like somebody out of Little Mix.
We love digging pictures out from time.
That's what you do, isn't it? What is Park Sebastian Germ?
Parking bus. What did you have for lunch, by the way?
I had the tuna. What did you have?
I had the Asian noodles.
Ooh, any good?
Quite spicy, but yeah, nice.
So lots to come on the channels today and tomorrow. BT Sport Score from 2:30. Big game in the Premier League at 5 p.m. in BT Sport 1 in terms of relegation. Bournemouth against Swansea City. Stay on with Jake and the team for Premier League tonight from 8 o'clock. It's UFC Fight Night at Manawa against Anderson from 9 p.m. in BT Sport 2. And another crucial game tomorrow in the Premier League. Managerless Middlesbrough up against Manchester United from 11:30 a.m. BT Sport 1 and available in ultra high definition. So no title party tomorrow because Aberdeen have done their business here. Celtic will have to wait. Champagne on ice. But the Dons do increase the gap over Rangers to 11 points now. As for Hearts, well, they'll be looking over their shoulders. St Johnstone just 1 behind.